What's up, y'all, and welcome back to CountryCast. Today we are going to be sharing what Jason Aldean had to say about some previous encounters that he has had with law enforcement. Think about that feeling you got the last time you may or may not have seen the red and blue lights flashing behind you. Jason Aldean shares some pretty funny accounts that he has had with police officers. Y'all know what to do. Stick around. And of course, just real quick before we get started, remember to head on over to our social accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to give us a like and a follow. Our Facebook is CountryCast, our Instagram is CountryCast News, and our Twitter is @CountryCast News. Of course, if you're new here or if you've slid by the YouTube show before and just haven't had the opportunity to click that subscribe button down below, please go ahead and do so. Remember to turn on those notifications and hit that like button so YouTube knows you love us here at CountryCast, and we can keep bringing you breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. All right, now that we've got the admin stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and get right to our news story that we have for you today. And as I said earlier, it involves country star Jason Aldean and some previous encounters that he has had with law enforcement on traffic stops. So I want you to take a moment and think about that time you may or may not have had that moment where you've noticed the red and blue lights flashing behind you in the rearview mirror, or you may not have been the cause for the traffic infraction. Well, I can tell you this, Jason Aldean is no stranger. Sometimes we may think that country stars are put on this pedestal, but they are humans, they are normal just like us, and Jason Aldean recently shared some accounts, some funny accounts about the times that he has encountered law enforcement or what he sometimes wishes would happen on these traffic stops. Jason Aldean appeared on the Bobby Bones show where they discussed Jason Aldean being recognized on traffic stops with police. Bobby Bones recently shared this clip of the interview to his Instagram where the two talked about this topic. Bobby asked Jason, "You ever get pulled over and the cop comes up and goes, 'Let me see your ID,' and you hand him the ID and it says Jason Aldean, and they're like, 'Oh crap.'" Jason Aldean responded and said, "Yeah, I mean, I've had to give them my license before, but, some guys have no clue. It's kind of like you're just hoping for, some, kind of redneck cop that likes country music, He continued and added, "So I've gotten some that are like, license and registration, here's your ticket. And then there's other ones that are like, 'Are you?' And I'm like, 'Yeah, I'm him.' He's like, 'Oh, cool, man, love your stuff. Slow down, have a good day.' I'm like, 'My man.'" So even as popular as Jason Aldean is, clearly not everybody knows who Jason Aldean is. And he's saying a prayer on those stops, and he just hopes that that one officer is the one that may recognize him. And us normal folk, we probably drive and may encounter this a little bit more often than these stars do because they don't drive to every show, or they might be flying to and from or what have you. But again, it's nice to listen to what they go through when stuff like this happens. It's just kind of funny. And Jason Aldean was clearly honest here about what goes through his mind and also what has happened on previous stops where he's been given a ticket. And Jason is not the only country star who's received a ticket. Remember, Dierks Bentley not too long ago received a citation for fishing without a license in Colorado. So it's not out of the norm, but it is funny when you get to hear these stories from these country stars. And just real quick before we head out, a shout out to all the police officers out there. God bless you. Thank you for your service, and please stay safe. Guys, I would love to know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, or share a funny story of your own. Y'all know what to do. Leave it down below in the comments section. But that will be it for today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on so you never miss out on any breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.